just wanted to come on here and make a video. This video has been a long time in the making. I had videos like this on my old channel, but they got taken down by a certain someone. I will not mention them. I will not say who they are, just for privacy's sake and for my sanity, because I don't want to keep dealing with this. I want to share my story, move on, and try to see if I can help one of you guys or girls or your family members or something, because when I made these videos before, I got so much good feedback, positive feedback. I was asked for help by certain people on Twitter, on Instagram, in my comments. They would message me on YouTube, so I figured, why not make a new video? I'm very sweaty because it's so hot. I don't know why I'm sweating so much, so please excuse the greasy look. If I make a joke in this video, it's not to offend anybody. It's just my way of dealing with stuff, especially something serious like this. So there might be a couple awkward jokes, awkward moments, cricket moments. Also, I'm going to put a warning, a tag on this. If you do not want to hear about domestic violence, please click off my video. If you are triggered by firearms, by knives, other sharp objects, mental, emotional abuse, physical abuse, if you cannot hear about blood, if you are triggered by pregnancy or anything like that, please click off this video now. If you are not, then thank you for being here with me, and thank you for watching my story. Now let's get into it. So I met this dude 2014, October 25th, on my birthday. My friend begged me to go out with him, said he was amazing, so I went out with him. And then I would say not even a month into the relationship, I ended up pregnant. The end of November, I was pregnant. And by the beginning of December, end of December, he was already taking digs at me, making fun of me, how I look, what I wear, the kind of makeup I do, the kind of makeup I like, the kind of lipstick, lip gloss, how I brush my teeth, what clothes I wear, what shoes I wear, how I talk, how I walk, how I speak, how I laugh. He was starting to break me down at this point. So I would just let it go. Like, you're annoying, bro. Shut up. I don't care. That was my attitude, kinda. We never said I loved you. I wasn't in love with him. He wasn't in love with me. He is a repetitive abuser. He's been abusing women since 2010. So to him, I was just another victim. To me, I thought he was a cool dude. We were chilling. He would introduce me as his girlfriend. We ended up in a relationship, I thought. I was not expecting any of this extra stuff to happen to me. So, my childhood was kind of wonky. It was kind of wishy-washy. I didn't really have a great childhood. I won't get into detail about that. If you guys want to see another video about my life, I will make a video, I guess. I don't really know, because I don't really share my life with a lot of people, so that I don't know if that's going to be weird. But we can talk about that in another video. This video is just mainly focused on domestic violence and what I experienced. Now, there's a stigma that he's gonna show up on a Harley, no helmet, hat backwards. He's gonna be tattooed on the face, the neck, the butt, the chest, the body, the arms, everywhere. He's got baggy jeans on from Walmart, maybe a wife beater, and maybe some Timbs or some Air Force Ones. I don't know. That's like the stigma around what an abuser looks like. But let me tell you something. He'll show up in his best clothes. He'll show up in a suit. He'll show up in work clothes. He'll show up in all his glory of what he wants to show up in, because you know why? He's controlling. He loves to be in control. It gives him a high. It puts him on top of the world. It's like having a manic episode when you're bipolar 1, bipolar 2, with depression. You have a manic episode. You're on top of the world. Everything is great. Nobody can touch you. You're saying F you, F that, F this. I don't care. You can't touch me. I'm the queen of the world. I'm the king of the world. That's pretty much an abuser's attitude, but 24/7, not just in manic episodes. They are not mentally ill, so before anybody says anything, I'm just comparing the feeling that they feel when they are an abuser. They feel on top of the world all the time. And it's kind of like being in a manic episode of bipolar. But that goes away after like a day or two. This stays with them their whole life. Unless they get help, unless they want to change. I mean, I don't know. He's been abusing women since 2010, 2011. So, I don't really know if abusers can change. Mine, however, has not. 4 years later, he's still abusing women. So, moving on. By January, he's still taking these digs at me, picking at me, poking fun at me, making little comments, breaking me down, making me feel really bad about myself. So, nothing really happened. Like, there was nothing, really. Like, I liked him. It was like a like. It was not even like a, I love him, I really care about this person. It was nothing like that. So, February 8th comes, and well, the true being of who you are fully comes front-fledged right and standing right in front of me. I went down into the basement. It was a fully furnished basement. I went down there, and I said, hey, can you take me home? I want to go back to my mom's house. He ripped my phone out of my hand, and then he tried to lock me in the bedroom. He ran out of the bedroom holding the door. I'm pounding on the door, trying to get out of the room. Like, jiggling the handle, you know, trying to get out of the room. I'm having terrible anxiety and panicking at this point because he has my phone. There was nothing in my phone. I'm a very loyal person when I'm with somebody. I don't need to cheat, to lie, to hide stuff. I'm not that kind of person. So I wasn't worried that he had my phone. I was worried he was going to break my phone. I just got it. It was a brand new phone. So he finally lets me out. He runs up the stairs. So I run up the stairs now. I'm 4'9". So I'm very, very little. Not little person, but I'm little. So he's like 6'3". So I jump up. I had like super long nails, probably like this much longer than what I have now. Okay? They're like stilettos, so they're sharp tip. So I jump up, I scratch his arm. He's like, I'm calling the police because you scratched my arm. I'm like, you took my phone. Like, you stole personal property of mine. You took my phone. Are you kidding me? I was like, okay, cool, call the cops. Fine, whatever. So he's yelling, screaming at me, calling me all kinds of names. Fat, ugly, disgusting. That's why he cheated on me. All this stuff is coming out now. Because now we're about to have a big blowout, I was assuming. And it was a big blowout. So we're going through this. Yelling back and forth, screaming back and forth. He was being hella disrespectful. I said some disrespectful stuff because of what he was saying to me. So I just was like, all right. So I go into the kitchen. He sits down at the table with my phone. And he's like, you want your effing phone, you effing B word? And I'm like, put my phone on the desk. Or the counter, whatever was near him. And he was like, no. He was like, you gotta get it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you from my phone. Like, are you crazy? I'll call the police, like, from your phone. So I walk over, grab his phone. He jumps across the table, snatches his phone out of my hand, and then he shoves me from across the table. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what you want to do. This is what we're going to do today. Okay, so cool. So I go back over to the window. I'm looking out the window. I'm like trying to calm down, trying to breathe, trying to get myself out of this headspace, because if he comes near me and touches me in any kind of way, breathes on me, I'm punching him in the mouth. Like, I'm not doing this with you. So he sits back down at the table, and he comes over to me and he pulls the whole drawer out of like butcher knives, utensils, just for like the grill, the stove, the oven, whatever. He pulls the whole drawer out. It goes all over the floor. So I'm trying to pick it up and put it back, because his mom will be a crazy psycho if it's a mess, and so will I. I hate messy stuff. So I'm like, okay. Now, he takes this big ass knife. Excuse me. The blade was about this big and about that thick. Now the handle was about that thick. And I'm just standing here and I'm just like, so what are we doing with this? What is that? And he was like, oh, he's like, I'm gonna stab you. He's like, nobody's gonna find your body. And I'm like, Now I'm terrified. Before I was just angry. Now I am terrified. Okay? I'm so scared for my life at this point. Now I feel like my soul, my body is kicking into survival mode. Like, I have to get out of here. I have to save myself. I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation. I am so scared at this point. So he starts yelling, screaming. He's got the butcher knife, like, right here. Okay, like, pointed this far away from my nose. I'm just standing there like, can you please put that down? Like, please. Instantly, I was like, nope. Get out of this mindset of being angry and just try to be calm and try to break down this situation if you can, and try to break him down so he puts the knife down. Like, I'm not trying to die today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow, but today I didn't plan on dying, okay? So there's that. And then he's like calling me all kinds of names, telling me he's gonna kill me, he's gonna chop my body up, nobody's gonna find me. And I'm like, please just put the knife down. Please, please. Like, all I can think about right now is my child. Oh God, I'm about to get emotional. I am so sorry. All I can think about at this point is my child. I am pregnant at this point. And I was so scared. So scared. I did not care what he did to me, but I cared about my baby. If he didn't care, that was fine, but I cared. And I waited and waited so long for that moment. And I just wanted to be happy and be away from him. So, he's got the butcher knife in my face, telling me all this stuff that I just told you guys. And so, I'm just standing there like, please, the baby, please, the baby. Like, don't do this. Like, don't hurt the baby, please. Like, stop. Stop. Put the knife down. Put the knife back. And just, please, I just want to go home. So he puts the knife down and he starts laughing. Like, this crazy, psychotic devil demon came out of him. And I was just like, oh my God, what is about to happen? Like, who are you right now? I don't know who I am. I don't know what is going on. I'm so disassociated. I am so depersonalized right now. I do not know who you are. I do not know who I am, but I know that this cannot happen because I have this baby. So we're going back and forth. He takes my phone. I'm like trying to get out of the way, and every time I would step to the left, he'd get in front of me. I stepped to the right, he got in front of me. I would try to go around him, he would push me. And I'm like, please don't do this. Let me go get my stuff. So I finally get around him, and I go down the stairs. And he jumps. It was like a spiral staircase. And he jumps over the staircase down in front of me. Goes in the room, grabs all my stuff, and then dumps it all the way up the steps. So now I'm crying, hysterically crying, picking all my stuff up while he's trying to kick it. Like, literally kicking it out of my hands and laughing like a lunatic. Like a straight up lunatic. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? Like, who am I? Why am I letting this happen to me? What is happening? I was so scared. I was so terrified. And all I could think about was, either I'm gonna die, or this baby's gonna die, or we're both gonna die today. And I did not sign up for this. So, at this point, I'm still trying to pick my stuff up. I'm still crying. He's still instigating. He's still being a psychopath, a sociopath, a abuser, whatever you want to call him at this point. And it was heavy. It's still heavy. He was threatening me, like he was gonna hurt me. And I'm like, just please just bring me home, please. I'm just begging him at this point, like snotty nose, tears, like just begging him to bring me home because I was so terrified. And so, long story short, we go back upstairs. I finally got all my stuff. I go back upstairs. My stuff is in the corner of the kitchen. I put it down on the floor. I sat on the floor, and I could not stop crying. And he said, what every parent says to their child, you either stop crying or I'm going to give you something to cry for. I'm sitting here trying to suck back these tears. I don't want to get hit. I don't want him to hurt me. I don't want him to hurt my baby. I don't want this to happen. So, okay. It happens anyway. Crying, no crying. He starts grabbing me by the back of the hair. He starts punching me. He throws me on the floor. He kicks me in the back. I have a pinched nerve on the right side with a dislocated disc. Right where the bra strap goes on a woman's back. Right there between my shoulder blades. My arm goes numb sometimes. I get stuck hunched over for about 5-10 minutes, maybe less. It's not fun. So he beat me, hit me with stuff, spatulas, spoons. He tried to stab me with a knife. I got the knife out of his hand. I kicked it across the floor and went under the table. So he couldn't stab me with that. So because he couldn't stab me with that, I'm sorry, you guys. It's heavy. It's heavy to walk around with. It's heavy to talk about. So, long story short, I won't get into any more detail. I think you guys have heard enough detail. He broke my nose right here on this side. That's why it sticks out. He broke that part of my nose. I had 2 black eyes. I had an egg this big. My eye was swollen from the broken nose, but also because of the egg. He bashed my head against the floor. He stepped on my back. He kicked me in the back with steel-toe boots. He threw me out the door down the stairs. I went outside. I'm like running through the hallway, down outside to the driveway, the backyard, screaming, "Help, help, help!" He grabs me by the hair, drags me back in the house, continues beating on me. Then we're leaving. He finally gave in. He broke my phone. My phone had a big bubble on the back of it. He took me to the iPhone store, Apple store. All this in my glory. He put a gun to the back of my head. He had a gun to my head while we were driving down the street. And, yeah, I'm able to stand here and tell you about my experience, and I want you guys to share yours or your families if you want to with me. He disconnected me from friends, from family. He was trying to be controlling of my life. He was always saying, "Oh, they don't love you, they don't love you, they don't like you, they're fake, they're this, they're that, they're liars, they don't really care about you, nobody cares about you," to get control over me. And I was always one of those people that wondered why can't she just leave? Why can't he just leave? Why does it take so long for somebody to leave? Why don't they just get help? Not knowing that it's the hardest thing in the world. Why did she go back? Why is he still abusing her? Why is she still there? That was always my mindset. I never understood the manipulation, the energy, drained. Oh my God, drained all the time, tired all the time, sad all the time. And he would make me feel crazy. Like, it was always my fault. He was driving down the highway doing 110 saying, "I'll crash this car right now." And then laugh because I'm crying. Calling me a crazy psycho because he just was gaslighting me. If you don't know what gaslighting means, gaslighting is when somebody instigates, and then you become the bomb, and you blow, and now you're screaming, and now you're crying, and he's sitting back. "I'm fine, what's wrong with you? Why are you crying like that?" That's a red flag. If you're okay with doing that to someone, putting your hands on someone, throwing things at people, abusing them mentally, emotionally, physically, you have problems. Psycho. That is a legitimate psycho. And now people make jokes about, "Oh, people with mental illness are psychopaths. There's nothing really wrong with them." No, there's a lot wrong with somebody with a mental illness. There's a lot wrong with somebody who abuses somebody. And I never understood the lengths that people go to hurt other people. By the way, he was, I know I didn't say this before, which I should have when I started finishing my story, before I started rambling. Yes, he was arrested. Yes, he was convicted of stuff. He was in and out of prison. He was stalking me. I had to keep constantly calling the police on him because he would randomly show up at my house with or without a restraining order. He would always call me. He'd call me from jail. I had to keep going to the police. It was rough for a year and a half, 2 years of my life. So miserable. And if you're asking, where's the baby? Well, I gave her up for adoption. That's how that story ended. And he got away with everything, like he always does, and he's still abusing women to this day. And if you've ever experienced this, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for myself. You have to love yourself a lot when you go through that. You have to pamper and be careful who you let in your life. You can't just be letting all these people in your life. And I know I'm talking super low and I probably sound so innocent and like a little girl. I just don't want to cry because it's so sad and it's so heavy. And I still have to unpack some of that baggage. So, please love yourself. Please treat yourself good. Please do not be around people who want to hurt you, who want to see you hurt and miserable and bitter. Please, please uplift your friends and your family. And just keep people that you know that want to see you win in your corner. And anybody who makes a negative comment, a negative threat, any kind of threat, any kind of threat, or they want to do harm to you, please do not let them in your life. Please, 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 please try to be positive, because I can tell you from experience, it hurts a lot. And it's hard to date after. It's hard to be yourself. It's scary. And you don't trust anybody. Sometimes not even yourself. I have anxiety. I have bipolar 2 with depression and manic episodes with rage. I have PTSD. I have borderline personality disorder. I have clinical anxiety and depression. And you know what? I'm still working on myself. It's so hard. And I just want you guys to know that it's so important. It's so important to love yourself, to take care of yourself, and make yourself a priority. So please, please, please love yourself and take care of yourself and value your life, your body, your soul, your mind, your spirit, and do not let anyone, nobody break that or take that away from you, because I'm still trying to find myself sometimes. I have good days, I have bad days. I go through it every single day. It's different for me. Enjoy your life while you have it, because some people can't, and they lose their life too young to domestic violence. And I could have been part of a statistic, but I'm not. I'm part of the physical part and the mental, emotional part, but I'm not part of the death ratio that happens with domestic violence. I got lucky. Some people don't. Men, women, children. Abusers don't care. So please, 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 I'm begging you. love yourself so much to the point that nobody can break you.